understanding of it enough to pick that. It looks like they will pick the CT side here, and Endpoint will be on the T side. But like I said, I think it's kind of a coin flip on this map. I think this is probably the most balanced I've seen Vertigo for a while. For a good period of time, it was definitely just completely CT-sided, and then it felt completely T-sided, and then it felt completely CT-sided again. I think Valve has finally found a good balance for this map.
Well, I'm actually not such a big proponent for balancing maps. That I don't think it's that big of a deal if a map is fairly one-sided, the way Nuke is now. You know, Nuke is still actually decent in the sense that T's can get around. It's not the old Nuke, but I quite like it that way. I like that maps have some personality to them, if that makes sense, and that can be a big difference maker, especially if they come up in decider situations. Thomas, though, both himself and Mighty Max are getting aggressive. They've got full ramp control for free. No congestion coming out at all from the CT side, which is surprising to see. Piku will be tagged down as well. He's got a nade, and that could maybe... Okay, where is this nade going? Can we follow this nade through, please, Berserker? That would be lovely if we can. Because I'm very interested. Is that for the bomb plant? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's a different way of lining up. That's very good, nice. Actually. Mighty Max brought down to 11 HP. Normally, we don't see it thrown exactly like that. I thought it would be somewhere around there, but that's quite good. Crucial has a chance to bring down quite a few players. He finds a first, but can he follow up? It's Surreal to do the job instead. Piku comes through, takes down Mighty Max. Thomas shuts him down, and Pietola is going to be finding only one, and then he'll be done. That was a really nice nade, though. That's not how you normally throw it, is it?
Well, I haven't seen people throw that in general lately.
Okay,
so...
there's a double nade stack these days that's very popular. The second the bomb is being planted, that generally comes through, which is thrown slightly differently.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, now let's see. Yeah, we'll see how. We'll see if that kind of prep actually comes into play for KOVA there, because even though they had that nade and found that damage with it, they weren't able to capitalize off of it. They weren't able to win the round. Endpoint were still able to secure it, and Piku, he is peeking right next to the smoke. Almost gets caught off by Robin, but that will not be the case. But another nade lineup here. Man, they have a lot of tricks. It looks like KOVA here. They are well prepared for this one. We'll see if that continues as the damage really goes on to Crucial there. He only has 21 HP, but it looks like the shots are what's falling for Endpoint here. We'll see if it's a prep versus skill battle, who comes out on top in this one, as Endpoint are now on the bomb site in a 5v4 advantage.
Well, we have to see whether they can keep it going, but Pietola gets a quick kill onto Mighty Max. And oh, actually, Dirkaps isn't dead. I thought he was dead. Never mind. It was a 5v4. Maui. He has 1 HP. Very important differentiation. Dirkaps is now dead though, but in return, Trix is able to take down Thomas. They're faking the defuse. They might want to stick it, but Surreal will not let that happen. Trixie's got himself a Galil and a lot of extra kills, actually. The Deagle pulled out yet again. Robin is not expecting him to go for this, but he will be able to save the AK at the end of the day. 0 for 2, but Endpoint lose quite a few players. Dirk staying alive than he probably should have.
That was off a force buy for KOVA, though. They won't be able to scrounge together too much into this round. It will just buy a few Deagles or a couple Deagles, CZ. Okay, it was a few deals. And then Endpoint, this is a round for them to try to farm some cash. If they show that they have good utility in this one, it will be a rather clean round for them. But Thomas, he's just pushing through a smoke. That's not exactly what I expected, but it works out at the end of the day. So the stack here from Twixie and his teammate has to collapse, but not before he finds a couple of headshots there. That's big for KOVA, as they are now thinning the numbers. In fact, they're doing even more damage. Durkeps is so desperate to find that kill on a Crucial. He will not find it there, and now Twixie's on the bomb site still with this Deagle.
Twixie spamming through, could have taken down Thomas. Otherwise, this is such a dangerous situation to be in. Twixie's got a great spot. He almost got 2 in a row, but it will be only Pietola to find Thomas. and bring him down. Bomb cannot be planted just quite yet. Crucial has to come through with a big play. He's not got the HP to maneuver around too much, so danger will consistently be his companion. But can this companion be shirked to the side or used to the advantage? Crucial and Mighty Max coming through, but they will not be given any free kills. They'll have to work for it and get aggressive. Mighty Max playing from scaffolding, trashes out wide. Full blind on Pietola. Crucial not able to get out, but Uli takes down Mighty Max, and this might be it. 28 seconds, Crucial in an impossible 1 versus 3, and he will end up forfeiting it.
You can already see that the prep work for KOVA is vastly superior to that of Endpoint's. Their nades are good, their boosts are good, they know how to play off of the utility from the opposing team. I would be very surprised if actually Endpoint does pull this one off, because I think it's going to take a lot of individual performances, and that's what this round's going to be about. There's not too much utility on the Endpoint side. They have 4 Deagles and a MAC-10. Twixie here with another crazy nade lineup for him and his team to try to prevent any kind of rush towards that A site. You can see that he doesn't actually have to use that Molotov there. But man, if you are interested in learning how to play Vertigo, it already shows that KOVA, they have a lot of lineups. They're going to show you a lot of ways to get control on this map and keep it.
Molotov will be blocking them off temporarily. Pietola. Ooh. I thought maybe they'd have a chance to push through the smoke over there with Endpoint, but they decide against it. They still seem unsure of where to go. I'm actually very interested to see if KOVA continue to play in a way where they completely give up ramp for free. That's almost, you almost never see that. There's always some sort of contestant coming in, but they're practically playing retake A. And that's such a strange way to play Vertigo compared to what we've seen so far on this map. Now, they do have a player in mid, that's Durcaps, who could potentially reinforce either side and make it slightly easier, but even so, utility setup coming in. Uli waiting for a peek to come through, but likelihood will be minimal. There goes the flashes, there goes the Molotov. Uli gets one, sprays down the second as well. Beautiful combination of kills, and with 15 seconds left on the clock, a follow-up nade will be all it takes for him to guarantee that this round is in the bag for them. Lovely stuff from him. Pietola and himself able to keep this entire site underneath lock and key.
Not only did Uli find 3 of those frags, but he got an assist on the final 2. That nade did so much damage, and this looks just so clean for KOVA here on Vertigo. Anyone that is a fan of this team and knows what they have done in the past is probably just smiling right now and saying, I told you so, I told you that they were good. These Finnish teams, actually, they have so much more in store for us than we would originally think, because on paper, I mean, let's be honest, who knows any of these names? But you don't need to know these names when a grenade meets you in the face. Surreal there is getting a big wake-up call to the ins and outs of Finnish Counter-Strike.
Oh, Twixie almost getting that spray as well. Would have been good damage. But Uli, beautiful shot onto Thomas. Piku comes in from behind. He's got 1, he's got 2, but Uli will steal it away with a beautiful nade. This man is looking like the truth. Over here, he has been fantastic so far. Maui, I think this might be the next... You know what? I'm sold. They're the next team. I'm joking. I've already bought into a few teams a bit too soon, but KOVA showing off some good starts. Let's put it that way. And maybe now, maybe they can be proof against your theory that countries don't have a similar playing style. Maybe they can be the similarly structured style that Finland has sometimes had.
I mean, seeing Ents lately, I don't know what you're talking about.
They're not Finnish anymore. I think Finland has officially given up on Ents.
Well, they've looked better lately, but KOVA is going to continue to impress. Durcaps will just swing out on his own. He finds one. Piku already on the flank, finds two of his own, looking for the third right here. Will he be able to find Thomas? He will, in fact, and that is a great round from KOVA. Good macro positioning across the board. I think that was Piku towards middle probably, and he was able to push on there. Endpoint, they'll be forced to call a tactical timeout at this point. They have been stumped. They have been stomped in their tracks. How will they regain their bearings?
This is stunning stuff from KOVA so far. KOVA could potentially run away with this on the back of this. And we still don't really know whether this is a T-sided map or a CT-sided map. We'll be perfectly honest. If Maui Snake says that he knows it, well, then that probably makes him a better analyst than 98% of people in the world. Because I feel like everyone else is just sitting here saying, you know what? Rush ramp, but we're CT side. I know. Let's try anyway. Because so far this map does still seem very tactically unexplored, which I'm slightly sad about. I think one of the most exciting moments for me on Vertigo was when MIBR at the Blast premiere earlier this year started making a triple off setup work on the CT side, which was very interesting to me, but unfortunately for them, as I will put a pause on that thought, Twixie is actually going to be contesting for ramp a little bit more aggressively this time. Surreal with a good shot. Piatola tried to get information, and that will not work out in his favor. Mighty Max as well, wanting to get aggressive, but Twixie, he will be the bouncer to prevent them from getting onto the club of A. Are they going to be expecting him in this position is the question. Twixie waiting for them to come through. Durcaps as well, getting some good sprays. That will keep them distracted and reposition, but Mighty Max takes him down. Twixie's got the Molotov in perfect time as well. This will continue to be troublesome as he's got the spray, he's got the angles, he can swing all the way around these sandbags when there isn't a Molotov. And now it's Piku to even give him the backup he needs. Surreal coming in, but he's brought down Thomas. Last man versus two, and now it's last man versus one. Position is known, but can he find that deagle shot? Can he save the day for his team? He's found the AK-47 to work with as well. A nade will go, a miss, but the spray will not, and Thomas brings it to a third.
Oh man, that looked so good for KOVA for so long there, but Thomas with a great clutch, and Twixie maybe passing up a very golden opportunity to find a multi-frag situation there, as they did flash in for him, but instead he opted to just try to smoke himself off and try to play the smart game. But that might have cost his team 1-2 more kills there, and when that setup is handed to you, you usually take it, and that's not the confidence I want to see from KOVA. They've looked so good in this game so far. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your aim. But Piatola, he will trust himself. He's taking full control of this B area by himself. And this is what I've been talking about in the pregame, how players nowadays on the CT side are so much more aggressive towards B. It seems like the spawn timing is so much more in favor of them. And now that he refreshes the smoke here, Endpoint, they'll be choked out of this B main area for the first 50 seconds of the round. That is great stuff from him, and they can just quick flank if it does end up being an A hit. We'll see how this ends up as Surreal, he's standing right there. Oh my goodness, what a nade.
That's troubling because Surreal, he's a player I expect to get a bit aggressive at times when his team needs it the most. He's got some of that veteran savviness along with Crucial in knowing exactly when to take a particular angle at times, and when he doesn't have the HP to work with, that can be very problematic. Crucial though will respond, and now he's waiting for the push to come through from ramp. Can Robin get this done? Yes, he can. He takes down Durkeps with a great flashbang to help him out as well. Piku, a nade to come onto the shoulders of Mighty Max, and as mighty as he is, he will suffer greatly to it. Piatola coming in from the side. Uli takes down Robin. Piatola needs to find the player inside scaffolding, but Surreal will discover him instead, and it's all up to Piku and Uli. What can they do? Uli's looks so good, but he will be brought down, and Piku in a 1v2 where Crucial is dominating. 3 kills for him that round. Fantastic stuff.
So KOVA are getting so much map control, they're getting so much information, but they still can't hold off these endpoint pushes, and that does not bode well for them. Because if you're doing everything right on a macro scale, but on the micro scale you're flubbing the rounds, that is where the just skill of the players from Endpoint is coming in. It's where they are finding the kills where they need to, and just slight prep for Endpoint is paying dividends when across the board they do have better skill. Let's be honest here. Like, there's no way you're gonna try to convince me that KOVA has better players on paper. So
No, I can try to convince you. It might not work, but I can try to convince you.
I mean, like anyone. I mean, anyone. Doesn't need to be you, but someone tells me today KOVA have better players. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna meet.
You know, I'm willing to believe that they have 1 or 2 players who can compete on the same star.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's always the case
sure.
with European teams. But overall, you're right. You're relying on a lot more structure or a huge pop off if you're KOVA. But let's see whether the Twixie. Oh, Twixie, that's not a great angle to take. Not when Mighty Max is on the other side. Mighty Max wasn't on the other side last time then. But they do expect it this time, perhaps because they used it earlier, actually. Crucial. Oh dear, Thomas is brought down by Piku. This is troubling. Crucial will miss a shot that looked like it should have connected. However, can he continue to show us the dominance we have seen so far from him? He's been tagged. A great shot on the Durkeps will bring him down. Piatola with the grenade to deny the bomb plant. That's the one I was talking about.
Oh.
Crucial's the next to fall. Surreal has to come through big. He's wrapped around. He's gone through the smoke. He's playing this like a fiddle. He knows exactly where they are. Uli will be distracting him for too long, and Piatola takes him down. Now, we were just talking yesterday about how hard it is to position the mouse when you are looking straight up or straight down. That was one of those moments.
Yeah, that was such a tough situation, but KOVA able to come out on top, and you can see that round, even though they lost the opening duel, their prep work came into play beautifully. The nades in place, the boosts in place, the way that they were able to get back into the round. It was off of nice teamwork, nice just knowing their angles and knowing the map so well. Endpoint has been giving them a steady diet of A hits, and at this point, KOVA is now comfortable here. They are prepared, they are ready for these kinds of fights, and it looks like they finally found themselves a little bit of form. So now Surreal, let's see if he can do the same, because he has been stumped at this B bomb site. Pitola has been getting the better of him and taking control of this time and time again. We'll see if Surreal is able to come out on top here. That Molly will send Surreal back, and this might be the control KOVA want, because they have now forced him off of it, and the smoke's going to come in. How will Surreal even try to challenge? It doesn't seem like he will. And once again, Pitola gets the better of him. Just great prep work from KOVA. I have to sing the praises there when they are looking just so well versed at that side of the map.
Right now, though, Piku playing an interesting angle. But Surreal could find him. Surreal sees him but can't finish him off. Piku, his information has been garnered. Can they do anything about this? It seems like they want to start going in towards the A side a bit quicker. Because of that, another Molotov will come in to make sure there's no one sitting in the back lines. But Darkeps is all the way back towards the yellow box. Can they find anything here? Good Molotov. Very good timing, actually. Means that they should be able to come back into it with the double molly over there. There is no smoke on the side of Endpoint. Darkeps takes down Surreal. Uli could come through from the side to help support his teammates. Thomas will fall, and Crucial and Robin are now wondering where it all went wrong and where they can make it go right. They find 3 kills. Can they continue? As Robin will have a bomb plot. No double nade here to stop him this time. This one that they have doesn't do that much damage either, but he didn't have enough bullets in his gun to feel confident for a full spray. And at the end of it all, Trixie will finish him off. Dangerously close, though.
I love this from KOVA now, though. Even though I haven't been too high on them as individual players, they have been doing such a good job in controlling the map. And when you control the map, it doesn't matter, you know, always if you hit every shot. If you know where Endpoint have to go, I mean, you're controlling their fate. When you're the one deciding, dictating where the fights are going to be, and you get comfortable taking that fight today over and over again, look at how many nades they buy on this CT side. 3 HEs right there. Actually, they just threw one away, oddly. But, oh well. Regardless, KOVA, they just look so fantastic here at B. The way that Yuli and Pitola have been controlling this default side. You look at this, another way to play this B side of the map. It looks like Yuli and Pitola are so well versed here. I don't know if they are aware that a player is right underneath them though, and that might give Endpoint a way into this round because they have pushed past that smoke. They are a little bit more aggressive than KOVA may have come to believe, and this may catch them off guard, but still, Uli, he jiggles it out, and that should be all the information he needs, but a crucial headshot to the face comes out, but Pitola with the spray is going to find 3, but now it's down to Robin in a 1v2.
Robin, he's been so good with his first bullet accuracy at times. The deagle is where you can shine the most. Had he been able to take down... Oh, dear. That's unfortunate. It seemed like he had a chance over there. Twixie, though, a bit too quick, and he expects Robin to be coming in from the wraparound instead of coming in through mid-connector, and he will just get himself a fantastic end to the round. Piazzolla, that 3k spray down completely changes things. Endpoint does have a full buy, and KOVA's buy is still weak, though. They have a Farmas. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a sign of what could come through should they lose this round. So Endpoint, yet again, they make the destination the A ramp, which they will try to get control of. Durkep still playing much more aggressively with the AWP this time around. Can he find anything? A Molotov coming in as well. Nade from Uli will take down Surreal. Elsewhere on the map, Durkep swings out wide, right as the smoke was about to dissipate. So now he knows that if there's a refrag trying to come through from the scaffolding itself, he can find it. However, will it happen? He misses his shot, unfortunately. Molotov is there, playing this very well in this position, making sure that they can't aggress onto him. Piku now wants to swing out. He's inside the smoke. Can they find anything here? Piku takes one down, continues to spray, but can't finish it off. Twixie will take down Thomas, and another missed shot from Durkaps comes in. Robin alone versus 4. There's nothing he can do here. Save for go for damage. No bomb on him. 50 seconds on the clock. He knows there will be players coming in from behind soon enough as well. Robin is in the worst possible situation you could find yourself. Nade comes through. It's all about the damage, at least economically. But this seems like they're not going to give anything up for free. Durkaps is missing a lot of shots here, actually. He found the first one in a very good, in a very nice manner of positioning. But after that, he seems like he's missed at least 3.
Yeah, at this point, Endpoint, they just need to find a way to stop this reign of terror from Pitola at B. They finally got some space there on the previous, or couple rounds prior to this, but his spray down was just too big for them. This time around, Endpoint, they just went all in on A. It doesn't work out for them. And this time, Endpoint, they don't want to wait for the nades. They don't want to wait for the utility from KOVA to stop them in their tracks. They want to take the fight right to them, but no, they slow it down just a little bit. There's still a smoke on Crucial, but with how good KOVA has been with their utility, I see this to still be a very difficult road onto this bomb site, despite this ramp control.
Robin. They've been so good with the Molotov timing on KOVA, honestly. I've really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
They just make it so difficult for... See? Again! Twixie just gets a few free kills. Because they can't plant the bomb. They have to go into him. They have to take the duel. Robin will finally win a few. Surreal gets one as well. Uli suddenly wondering where his teammates all went. And Endpoint find the 5th round.
All right, so KOVA, even though they had all the utility, they had every reason it looked like to win that one. Endpoint, they just find shots at the right time. So that is a huge lifeline for them, because look at KOVA's economy. It's actually not too healthy. Despite how convincing some of their victories have been, they have been taking quite a few casualties. It seems like no matter what, Endpoint, they're going to take a couple of the players down with them, and that has really come back to bite KOVA, because now there is no op on the side of KOVA. They can't get aggressive with just gun work. They have to use these nades and use them well. Pitola, he will be faced off against Surreal once again. He's been doing such a great job here, but how will Endpoint unseat Pitola? He's been the master of this B bomb site. Will he continue his reign here, or will they find an answer for him? He has such a great angle along with his teammate now, though. This is so hard for Endpoint. But Durkaps, he wants to get aggressive. He hasn't had the best game thus far, but he's looking for something here.
He does find a very important frag onto Crucial, though. Crucial's been a huge difference maker in a few rounds, and having him on the sideline could be what they need to come through over here. They do still have those 3 Molotovs. They're heavily prioritizing those to make sure that it's still possible for them to keep control over this A site. Robin. Flashbangs coming through. Good smoke there as well. Durkeps is lurking inside it. Can he come in to... Oh, good Molotov. It allows Durkeps to come through, but he only is good for 1, and he needed a lot more. Robin and Surreal now have a chance in this 2 versus 4, but there's only 40 seconds left. If Piku can be taken down, there could be a difference maker, but he's actually managed to come through that smoke and take Robin's life away. Surreal. There was a slight possibility that the 2v4 could go in their favor, but it's just unfortunately all done there and then. Durkeps, listen, he's not losing them any rounds, don't get me wrong, but he's really dropping the ball at certain situations. It felt like that should have been 2 kills right there, but a sloppy spray will make it so he only has 1, and we were very excited going into it, but right now it's been Twixie, Uli and Puyatola who are really impressive. For me personally, I actually think Uli's been the most impressive player, even if his frags might not reflect that.
Oh, but Surreal, he's going to be bet by 2 there. That is a really nice opening for Endpoint there. They are able to make this a 4v3, and KOVA, they were just feeling how much pressure they were putting on him. Surreal finally holds his ground. He's able to get a single kill there, and this is going to spread the defense so thin for KOVA. It will actually probably force Durkeps to make a play here. He's been so aggressive so far. It hasn't always worked out for him that well, but he's still testing his fate. He still wants to get something done, but he takes a lot of damage from that Molotov. He's down to 60 HP now. Twixie with a very close angle. It's actually KOVA who are playing all of their players actually towards this side of the map, and it works out beautifully for them. A great flash is going to even the numbers out. Uli is setting up Twixie beautifully there, and now Endpoint, they still have a minute to work with, so they may actually just reroute to B, and it looks like that will be the case.
Thomas. Oh dear, Uli. Molotov goes in deep. Can he finish anyone off before they get onto the side? Instead, it's a difficult fight as Thomas overwhelmed, but Twixie's there to provide limited backup, and the limit will be his life as it will fade away. 1 versus 2. Durkeps, now would be a time to start living up to the star potential that we outlined in the pregame. Unfortunately, Crucial misses a shot. Durkeps comes in from the side, has a chance to finish him off, and does capitalize. Mighty Max. Now it's on him, and he does come through. Takes a nice little angle from Shelf, and that's going to be the 6th round from Endpoint. Maui, I'm very worried for KOVA because they chose the CT side. So if their utility was supposed to be netting them a huge advantage, which they were very good with, don't get me wrong, they were incredibly good with, but CT side utility is very different to T side utility. You know, CT side, it's all about denying the bomb plant. It's all about making sure they're out of position while you're coming through and you can be the one getting aggressive. And I like the pace that they were taking it on, but T side might be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I think this pistol round is going to be huge. I think if KOVA are able to get this one, they will probably just have the buffer space that they need, the buffer room that they need in order to just close this out. But if Endpoint get a little bit of momentum here, bring it to a 9-8 after winning the pistol, then I'm going to be worried too about KOVA. I don't know how their T side is going to look. I know that Endpoint are going to be a bit more formidable on the CT side of things, and KOVA, I felt like they just found a win condition in the last half all at A, and I don't know if they have the same kind of ability on the T side like you just mentioned. Surreal, though, he's going to be dueling here. No one really connecting in this fight here, but he will continue to press on forward. That will put Durkeps in a very tough position. That nade is going to actually tag him down to very low HP, but he stays alive, and he's buying a lot of time for his team as they have to focus on his position. Somehow, some way, he gets the kill on a Surreal. Mighty Max, though, he's pressured off, but a good nade is going to come in and do a decent amount of damage. Not as good as I thought, but decent.
Oh, Smokestick flying through. Crucial and company. Can they find the kills they need? Flashbangs are there, and Crucial's down. Mighty Max now has to step up and play around the smoke really nicely. Indeed, he does. He swings out for a second, but Thomas steals that away and takes Baker's life with him as well. That all-important pistol round is not looking good, as KOVA have not even gotten a bomb plant yet. Flashbang moves in. Can Piatola come in and bring it back? He's been very good so far, and that's a great start, but not very good of a finish.
Okay, so Endpoint, they get that much needed pistol round. It's going to put KOVA on the back foot. Looks like KOVA, because they didn't get the bomb plant down, they don't want to invest anything into this round. I would have been interested to see what kind of pocket strats they have for very light utility, but it's actually Uli who buys a Deagle here, and that might be ill-advised given, and Dirtcaps as well, and that doesn't bode well for me if I'm KOVA or a KOVA fan, because usually you want to keep all these 5 Glocks so that you have full utility into the upcoming round. You can show off what your T-side's made of with getting map control and just having a nice exec, but they think they can pull off something in this one with these Deagles. We'll see how that turns out for them, though.
They did have a good Deagle round early on. I think they won a Deagle round.
They won one, but it was
they won.
It was kind of a half buy with an M4. I remember it was an M4, 2 Deagles, and some FAMASs or MP9s.
Well, let's see. Because KOVA, see, I agree with you there. Crucial finds a good kill into Darkcaps, but the issue that we will have is that so far this nice shot from Pico actually takes down Thomas. Maybe they've got something, but Pico's been taken down, and I think that should be the end of it. Uli can potentially get one more kill, but with the MP9 and him being as low as he is, even that seems incredibly unlikely. He will not recover the bomb, chooses not to go for it, knows how at risk he is if he does. Farmas is picked up. Maybe a quick dink to Surreal's head can get him something, but you may as well stick to the Deagle if that's what you're doing. Surreal takes him down. Good angle from him. But, Maui, we've talked about this earlier. KOVA looked beautiful with how they were using their nades on the A site. And I have to underline that, with how they're using their nades on the A site. Their nades. They had moments of brilliance individually. Don't get me wrong. But they had a very large amount of shots they were whiffing, of places they couldn't capitalize, and I want them to have maximum utility all the time so that they can have a higher chance in these rounds. Pietola takes a duel that he ends up losing. Surreal will be very low on HP, but even so, it's all about Mighty Max going for that jump spot. Can he find a good time for nade? Double nade goes through. Will not be finding anything, but even so, Dirtcaps has revealed where he is, and with that, Endpoint should be feeling certain amount of pressure, but they re-smoke ramp regardless, will be keeping KOVA off for a little while longer, and look at how they're playing now. They're getting slightly more aggressive with that MP9. Robin's been put far forward instead of Mighty Max. Robin has himself a nade too, actually, so if he wants to throw a nade out when the smoke is dissipating, that could do some good damage, but they backed off instead, are going towards the B site. It seems like they're setting up for a boost, as they've got themselves a kill onto Surreal. Uli, the one to do so. Surreal was already very low. Thomas now sees them coming in. Can he find these kills? Nice little angle on top of the orange boxes. He sees them all. Will only connect with one. A bit of a sloppy spray, but he's got the follow-up. Can he finish it off? How do you have a sloppy spray with an M4A1S? I'm not sure, but Twixie takes him down finally because of that. Robin coming through big with the MP9. He's got himself the 2 kills. Uli with the spray transfer, though, brings it back to a 1 versus 1. 25 seconds on the clock, and Uli does not have the bomb. Crucial will finish him off, but he made it a very costly round for the CT side. And off the back of that, KOVA might just want to buy up again, but Endpoint, their money's incredibly good.
Oh man, KOVA, they had so many ins on this round. This looked like it was all Uli's there, but because he only had 26 HP, it just wasn't enough to get him over the finish line there. Endpoint still putting up a very solid defense in that round. KOVA getting surprisingly stumped at A. I thought they would have a little bit more for us to show, but maybe it's that lack of utility they had in that first gun round that cost them dearly, because now they are just on the back foot, and the nades, they go both ways. We were praising KOVA in the first half for their good utility usage, but now it's Endpoint on the CT side, and they are showing that they have some of the same tricks as well. KOVA, they are trying to make their way into this A side of the map. You can see that all 4 of their remaining players are here, and it's just a single smoke. They are going to have to barrel on through, but Mighty Max, he's going to put a stop to this ramp position. Crucial with a great angle here on the box, but he actually gets taken out. Pietola finds a kill as well. Mighty Max still dancing around this smoke somehow, is able to stay alive, and he'll find the bomb as well. Pietola usually would see a player try to force the bomb plant in that situation, but it just leaves Tixie in the 1v2, and Mighty Max, the hero of the round with just an MP9, shuts them down, doing so much damage with that. I can't believe he stayed alive for the length of time that he did.
Endpoint, they have the op out on Crucial. surprisingly enough, Maui, have we seen an op a lot on Vertigo on T side? I occasionally see it from players who are just very, very good with the op, like Simple and Kenny S and whatnot. But other than that, it's not really that common. Crucial will shut it down, and there will be no more op on the T side. Durkefs has been taken out. Crucial with a beautiful peek coming in. That's the one place where you always expect an op to peek initially, but Durkefs is not good for that frag. And Surreal, now he's coming in from the side. The smoke clears. He's got one, continues to spray through, gets a second after cancelling and resetting. He's been so good on the A side. Early aggression has been the name of the game for him. Piku will be able to find him, but Thomas immediately trades. This is a completely different endpoint.
And it's a completely different KOVA. They can't get any ground anywhere on the map. We were quite high on KOVA in that first half. Let's not forget, they looked very good. But now it's Endpoint who are looking so strong. Endpoint are they're tearing them apart. KOVA, they have, I think, accomplished a single 1v1. I think that's the closest they got to a win, but it was off of a crazy spray down from Uli, and that was actually a 3v1 at one point, so it was just a miracle to get it to that 1v1. But in most of these gun rounds, they've been stumped. They have had such a hard time getting onto these bomb sites. They have had such a hard time getting any kind of map control whatsoever. Endpoint has put such a stop to them. You can see that this map, I was looking at the stats actually to see, as KOVA do take a tactical timeout here, where it lied, CT or T-sided. And in the first week or so, I think, of this new map, or this new Vertigo, it was actually pretty heavily T-sided. I think it was 56%, but actually in the last month, it's become a little bit CT-sided. I think it's now 50, just slightly. I think it was 50.1%. It was pretty close, 50.3 or something like that. But regardless, both of these teams are making it look like this map is actually just very CT-sided, as a matter of fact.
Surreal. Okay. Interesting smoke, right? I'm not sure if that's supposed to land there, but he's got the perfect one-way. And with that, he's come through from behind as well. Thomas is the one to finish off Pitola, but that smoke was so dangerous. Durkefs will be next to fall. Twixie, last man alive versus 5. Endpoint, that was... I don't know if that was intentional, but it looked like it. Twixie. He's not going to get a free shot. Flashbang comes in. Robin will chase, and they don't lose a single player. Endpoint up 12-9, 6 rounds in a row. If you're a KOVA fan, you should be a little bit upset with the scenario that has been put in front of you. They still have a good chance, so they've got a good buy over here. If they can start bringing things back here before the CT economy gets to that 10k mark, I would still say they're in this game, but it's looking very different.
Yeah. Endpoint have really found a stranglehold on this one, but a miss run boost there is not going to support Pitola. I think he was giving up his life, assuming that this was going to be a nice boost from Peku, but now he just falls off. He takes 21 points of damage. You can see the frustration in these KOVA players right now. You can see that they are, dare I say it, malding. I mean, I say it because Peku doesn't have much hair, so. It's not looking good for him, though.
Insult to genetics.
I mean, he maybe just shaved his head. I'm not, it's just, he looks mad after that one. Just running off and taking 21 points of damage for no reason at all, just other than frustration with the run boost is definitive malding.
Look at Crucial. This is the play I was hoping for from Durkefs. You know, just get those weird, aggressive off angles towards scaffolding, find a few kills, but can Crucial capitalize where Durkefs could not? Mighty Max. He's patiently waiting for Piku to peek through. Crucial doesn't quite get the chance to bring a man down. He's just a little bit off with the angle. Mighty Max wants to swing out as well. He's going to be coming through so he can support Crucial and make sure that the off is not isolated. But Mighty Max is down. Robin gets a trade. Thomas wants to get aggressive, maybe jump himself up. Crucial needs to swing out wide and find himself these kills. Finds the first. Can he get the second? The bomb plant is still alive. He comes through with a pistol and will almost finish him off before Durkefs turns around and gets two. Thomas is still in a 1 versus 1 though, as he does get that trade. Bomb is planted. Uli is waiting. He has to push through. Thomas is waiting. This is troublesome. That smoke will finish off before the bomb time comes into play. Thomas. Does he realize where Uli is inside the smoke? He will come in from the side, but Uli barely manages to squeak it away. And he has been the one player who, for my money, has been looking really legit on KOVA. Twixie's got the numbers, but Uli's passing the eye test.
I can't believe Pitola was able to swing around and get that kill onto, I think it was Crucial there towards Danger. That was very unfortunate for Crucial, who spammed his P250 and just didn't quite find the shots. But KOVA, they have to be counting their lucky stars a little bit in that round. They survived with one player, and an opening pick from Crucial will take down Peku already. So it's a 5v4 advantage once again. KOVA having so much trouble getting space towards this A ramp, but they have shown that they have some good execs once they get close. If they are able to take this back now, because Endpoint has backed off, they may have a chance into this round. We'll see as they approach. Twixie in tow with Uli, two of the star players of this game. Usually it's Durkeps, but he is not having the game you expect out of him. So it's been Twixie and Uli. They're making their way up. Crucial still getting aggressive here, trying to find an angle onto Uli. He just might do that if Uli takes the wrong step. He's so close. They are neck and neck right here. If only they knew where each other was, they could just find an instant kill. Oh, Crucial? Okay. Was thinking about it, I think, but no, just probably checking the other angle as well. And KOVA, they are all here towards A ramp once again, isolating Crucial. This is an awkward spot for Crucial, but at least he has a smoke to get himself out of it. The exec is in play.
Could have been a good nade to come through if Crucial had stayed, but now Crucial's been boosted up, and a second boost as well. That will allow him to take down Twixie. Uli takes Mighty Max's life away. Thomas will trade, and Crucial, he's still in a great position to be navigating himself around these smokes. Do they have any nades or Molotovs? Yes, they do. That'll be doing a lot of good damage to Durkis as he backs off. Doesn't prevent the bomb plant, but Pitola will make things a little bit easier for the Finnish side. 3v2 is still there. Crucial has two flashes that could catch these players out. Durkap's missing shots again. You can't keep doing this. Durkap's not having a game that he should be proud of at all. Unfortunately, Surreal as well coming in from the side. Surreal's been looking so good on the A side, and he's still incredibly good here as well. Robin gets the defuse, even if he's lost a few teammates doing so, and recovers the AWP. 13-10. Endpoint have got plenty of money to be able to buy as long as they save that op.
Good opening pick from Crucial right there. And another one here. You can see that Endpoint, that required a very just well put together boost. And I would say that the positioning from Endpoint, the team play off of Crossfires has been a little bit better than KOVA's CT side, but their nade work still hasn't been quite as good. KOVA's nade work still has been very impressive to me, but it's going to be a fast play towards A. Crucial will be able to pick them apart here. He actually picks apart Peku right there like a pack of pickle pepper. Just had to do it. I had to do it. I had to just throw in the tongue twister right there. It was too tempting. But Endpoint, they will still be happy about that opening pick.
Thomas was in such a good position, but he got flashed off, unfortunately. And with the amount of noise he was making, there was no way he's getting that. Thomas now playing anti-flash for Crucial as they're trying to recover scaffolding. Crucial might be able to find one. Great flick. He has another one as well. Crucial is looking unstoppable at times. Mighty Max, he's playing an interesting angle, which will allow him to take down Uli immediately after Thomas's death. Pitola. Dude, these players, you're right, Maui. Endpoint's crossfires, how they're playing off of each other looks incredibly good right now.
Yeah, they're really actually quite well versed in this, and they are going to have to continue showing this form because Pitola, he's been such a strong player for KOVA thus far. This Molly will get Mighty Max out of position. Will Pitola be able to capitalize? He can't even find that kill. That is really disappointing if you are a KOVA fan there, because you would have really hoped for that kill. You would have hoped for that extra damage because it would have put Endpoint into a tough situation economically speaking. But these were some great shots from Crucial, doing such a good job with this op at A. And KOVA, they've been so stumped. Other than a very tight 1v1 that they maybe shouldn't have even had business winning, this has been pretty much a slaughter on the CT side for Endpoint. They have looked so strong. Durkap's picking up the Krieg. That's when you know you're getting a little bit desperate, but it works out for him. Okay.
All right. Good, well anticipated shots from him. Surreal can't can't find anywhere to get aggressive, and Pitola will punish. He knows his tendencies. He knows Surreal likes to go for information over towards the A side, likes to get aggressive, and they're trying to punish that, which is a good adjustment from KOVA. But at 10-14, it might be a little bit late, so they still need a lot of individual firepower and a lot of individuals to show up should they want to win this. Now, Mighty Max finds a few players with some beautiful shots. The second one might not even have been intentional, and he goes for 3. Because he's feeling lucky. Uli, though, will finish off his luck. Thomas missing a shot, which it looked like he was sure to connect. And now he's been forced out by a Molotov. Robin and Thomas versus the world. Robin's been not quite the fragger we've seen that he can be, but maybe this is his chance that he can step up. Interesting place to try wallbang and upper from, Thomas. But yeah, it looks like they will just save. They know their money isn't fantastic. And this is where KOVA's earlier rounds, where they did do some decent damage, come into play. That, you know, Endpoint will feel a lot more pressured to not go for clutches, to go for situations where, you know, we can play more defensively, we can play more safely. We can just make sure that if we're losing guns, it's in a situation where we can maybe recover them and save. But Mighty Max, I have to fault him for that round personally. Going for that third kilo there really seemed like he got too greedy. The first two were fantastic. Third one, maybe less so.
Yeah, I can't blame the whole round on him because it was a 3v5 to begin with right there, but he definitely had a chance to bring it back, even more so than he did, and he got a little bit greedy with his positioning. Even if he got to sandbags, there's no guarantee that would have been a round victory, but Crucial, he's going to take it in a different avenue, and Pitola doing very well at this B side. He was a menace on the CT side. T side, he's been a little bit more stumped, but he actually finds another opening frag on Surreal. That's huge, as the damage from Uli is also so big onto Robin here, down to 19 HP. How will KOVA try to manipulate this spread out defense from Endpoint at this point? Because when it's been a 4v4 situation, they've had a little bit of trouble doing anything other than just an A exec. Not that it's been bad. Their A execs have actually looked pretty good, but they are not necessarily using the map to its fullest potential. Peku will try to push them back yet again with this Molotov, finding out that no one's there. This seems like it's a little bit of a fake. It looks like this is actually going to end up to be a B hit, where we haven't seen too much success from KOVA, as they will likely be facing off against Thomas, who has been a star-studded player for this Endpoint roster.
He hasn't played this position yet, and there's 45 seconds left on the clock. They might not actually check this. He's flung out. He finds one, almost 2, but Uli and Durkaps will be able to keep control. Mighty Max with the MP9, thinking of moving in. The smoke, however, should be putting him off. That's Crucial with the AWP, will be sitting in the backlines as well. Looks like it should be yet another save for Endpoint. And Surreal, where he was finding early kills repeatedly, consistently, this may no longer be the case, Maui. He has died twice in a row. Pietola, like you said, he was a menace on CT side. Now it seems like he's finally starting to find his groove on T side as well. Endpoint, they're getting into dangerous territory.
Yeah, they will still be able to save an AWP and an M4 into the upcoming round. Oh, Peku, does he spot the leg of him? Oh, looked pretty close, but it does not seem like that's the case. And KOVA, they have to be pretty happy about that. They are building a nice economy here where they will probably be able to buy into a few more of these rounds, pretty much until... I wouldn't say till the game's over, but they will have a good amount of economy for the next couple rounds, assuming that they find bomb plants. Now, on the other end, Endpoint, they will only have these 2 guns to work with here. The rest of their team is going to be saving around this, not going to be forcing with it, not going to treat it like a freebie round. But Peku, he's going to be so aggressive here. He's looking for the spam. He finds Surreal, but Surreal only had a USP. It's Crucial who lies in wait with the op, and Robin with the USP as well is able to find a kill. A good opening pick, but even better return frags from Endpoint here. Now, it's down to Uli. He finds the kill onto Mighty Max, but that will alert Endpoint to his position. So, can Endpoint close this out, or can Uli win the 1v4? There are 3 players that remain for him. Crucial's keyed in onto his angle. Will he find a timing here? No, he will not. That is going to stop him right in his tracks, and the great round from Crucial there with that saved op is massive. Great opening pick from Peku, got to admit, but it's just too bad that was a USP. If he got the player with the op, this would have been a completely different round, as Crucial was able to find 4 kills with it.
Crucial, I talked about this earlier, Maui. That veteran savviness that Crucial and Surreal bring to this team is irreplaceable. Robin's great, Thomas is amazing, Mighty Max is a surprisingly good fragger for an in-game leader on the British scene. But now again, Peku's got a run boost. Surreal is here to recover though. Can he get more? Yes, he can. 2 for 2, and that's favoring when Thomas is on the other side and can drop the bomb. Smoke's coming in. They're trying to speed this up. Darkup is trying to get aggressive. Thomas will be put out of position, but he's going to push forward. Darkup finally hitting some shots. It's a 1v2 from the 1v3 where he has been tagged down to 10 HP. And Darkup's, he has to step up. He's been quiet this whole game, but they're 12 to 15. This is match point. KOVA going down to the lower bracket puts them in 2 best of 3s if they want to go through to the playoffs. And that looks like it might be a very unlikely situation. Durkaps continues his pathway towards the A site. He does have the bomb. It's the one source of solace that he will be able to find for himself. But so many nades, so much utility, and so little HP. And the nades aren't even needed. There you have it. Endpoint will run away with it. 16 to 12, Maui. And KOVA, they look like maybe they can come through.